All right, I think we're live here. It's been a while. Been a while since I've been live, yo. I gotta remember how this works. I gotta remember how this works, yo. Let me make sure that this is gonna be muted when I come on. Let me refresh this. We're out of whack. Let me take care of that. All right, that's done. All right, so muted that. Let me put this tweet out real quick, and then we will rock out and go to work. In the hell? Okay, I don't know what's going on there. All right, give me a second here, y'all. All right. And boom. And bam. Okay. All right, cool. We're live. All right. And the tweet is just put out there. Let me check out the comments. Why can I not see anything? Come on. Where are they? Why are we not? Why are the comments not showing up on here? Come on, Opus. What are we doing? So I'm using Opus and the comments are not showing up and I don't know why. Video comments, auto display comments. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, whatever. But hey, I think we got a few people in the chat. How y'all doing? Hello. Appreciate y'all being here. I know it's been a while. It's been like 2 weeks since I've been live. Your boy jump in. I've been enjoying some me time. To be honest with you all, I've been enjoying some me time. But I want to come on here live today because we gotta have a chat. we gotta have a heart to heart. I need to have a heart to heart with my fellow creators out there. So why I'm here. Why are these comments not showing on here? I don't understand. This is so dumb. I mean, I can see the comments. See, one of the advantages of having a 49-inch ultra wide monitor is that you can have two full size browsers up side by side. So on the left side, I got Opus over here. And on the right side, I got the YouTube live stream up here. So I can see all you guys comments on YouTube, but I'm not seeing any of these comments on Opus. I don't know what is going on. Why they're not showing up. But it is what it is. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes and what's going on here. And you know what? Hold on. Before I go live, I'll be right back, y'all. I need a drink. And before y'all get the wrong idea, when I say I need a drink, I'm talking about water. Of course, I'm not talking about alcohol. You dirty minded people. So this is what we drinking tonight. Sparkling nights, as usual. As usual. Okay. All right, got my drink. Let's go to work. So we're gonna do this a little differently. I'm gonna actually turn this live stream into a podcast for vidIQ. So I'm gonna do this as a podcast. I'm going to record the podcast, and then whenever I'm done with the podcast, which I don't think it's going to take any more than like half an hour to an hour, I'm going to record the podcast portion of this, and then I will talk to you guys directly after I'm done recording the podcast portion of this. So if I don't respond to the comments, it's just because I'm in podcast mode. We're going to record it in the podcast because it's going to make good podcast material for this week as well. And then when I'm done podcasting, I'll talk to y'all and we'll get you guys to take and do all that good stuff. But let me get ready to rock and roll. And to record this podcast episode. So basically, yeah, we're gonna get live. It's gonna be a live podcast, pretty much. So we're gonna get it done here. We're gonna get it done. So let's see how this works out. But all right, let me take one more squeak of water here, and then we'll go to work. All right, are we ready, Viper? Are we ready, Viper? I think we're ready. All right, let's go to work. Oh yeah! Welcome back to another episode of Tube Talk presented by vidIQ. I am your host, Viper, the man about tech, executive producer of social media here at the IQ. And this week, my voice will be the only voice that you hear this week because we got to have a talk. I got to have a one-to-one, heart-to-heart PSA with all of my fellow creators out there. We got to have a serious sit-down on this particular podcast. So that's what we're going to do this week. Ain't gonna be no fancy intros, no guests, none of that stuff. So let's get right into the meat and potatoes of why we are doing this right here, right now. So, I have been a creator on YouTube for 5 years. You guys know I uploaded my first video on January 1st, 2018. We are now here as the recording of this podcast. It is May 7th, 2023. So over 5 years I've been doing this. And I've seen a lot of things in my 5 years of being a creator on YouTube. But unfortunately, some things happen recurrently. They happen over and over again. And hell, I've even been guilty of myself of this from time to time. Not in the capacity that some other creators have done it or are doing it, but I'm pretty sure I've been guilty of this myself as well. So for whatever reason, sometimes in the creator community, there is a heavy sense of entitlement. And if you don't know what entitlement means, I'll just break it down for you real quick. Basically, there are creators out there that feel like because they are creators, that other creators and brands should just give them what they want, when they want it, how they want it, just because they are creators and they have an audience. So because they have a platform and they have a following or whatever the case may be, they feel like brands and other creators should just bow down before them and do and give them what they want. I hate to break it to you all, but that is not how life works. That is not how business works. And this is where the breakdown for me personally begins. So here's the rub. Here's the reality of the situation for creators. The moment you upload your first YouTube video, I don't care why you uploaded it. I don't care if you're trying to make money. I don't care if you're doing it for the love of creating or you just want to share your passion. The moment, and I mean the moment you upload your first video, you essentially are starting a business. Now I know some of y'all like, Viper, what do you mean I'm starting a business? What are you talking about? You, creator, have started a business. Now again, your business might be just to make videos and different things like that. And maybe you're not worried about monetizing your channel or making money. Regardless, when you upload that first video and you continue to upload videos after that, you have started a business. So if you're going to continue to upload videos on YouTube, whether it be to make money or just to grow your audience and your notoriety, creator, you have to understand how business works. And unfortunately, I feel like there's a lot of you all, especially you newer creators, that don't understand basic business 101. So what do I mean? Here it is, right? Here it is. So when you are trying to grow your business, whether that be you grow your money, grow your audience, grow your influence, whatever. When you are trying to grow your business, you have to make certain decisions that are in the best interest of your business. For all my WWE fans out there, y'all know Triple H, he always talks about doing what's best for business. That's what he's talking about. He's literally talking about doing things that are in the best interest of the business, doing things and making decisions that help that business grow. So for me, I'm a tech creator. So for the last 5 years, I've been trying to build a tech business because I've made tech videos. So if it's iPhone season, so let's say it's around September of the year, because that's when the iPhones usually come out. It's September, right? So if I'm a business owner who makes tech videos and I'm trying to grow my business in the month of September, I'm probably going to produce more iPhone related content because that is what it will grow the business in September. So what I'm not going to do in the month of September as a tech creator is do non-iPhone videos. I'm not going to talk about the Googles or the Samsungs or different things like that because in the month of September, that is iPhone month, which means the demand for content is a demand for iPhone content. Because in business, if you want to grow your business, you have to meet the demand that is out there to grow your business. If your audience, if your customers want iPhone content because they know the iPhone is coming out in September, then that's what you need to provide them as a business owner if you care about growing your business. You're not going to do things that will detriment or be a detriment to your business. Because if that's the case, then why are you on YouTube? If you don't care about growing a following, if you don't care about making money, if you don't care about building a business, then you could just upload your videos to any old hard drive and call it a day. Why are you on YouTube? So especially if you're listening to this particular podcast and you rock with vidIQ or you rock with any of the other YouTube educators out there, you are listening to us because you want to grow your YouTube business. So you're going to make decisions that are in the best interest of your business. So, knowing that all of y'all creators, all y'all listening to the sound of my voice, knowing that you are all business owners, what you're not going to do is do things that are going to be a detriment to your business, that will tear your business down. We see it happening every day on social media, creators or A-list celebrities that are doing things and making decisions that completely crush their business. Bud Light is a recent example, right? So Bud Light, as unfortunate as this is, Bud Light they chose to sponsor a transgender person or whatever for their ad campaign. And no matter what side of the fence you're on, whether you feel like it's right or it's wrong, they lost business because they made that decision. It's unfortunate. It's not ethically right, but unfortunately, because of how people are, some people did not take that too well, and they are now boycotting Bud Light. So, as a business owner, we always have to be hypersensitive to these things that are happening in the marketplace and try to avoid decisions that hurt our business. So, how can you hurt your business as a creator? Let me tell you. So, recently, well, not recently, but over the past 5 years, I've been a creator on YouTube. I have seen creators have public outcries on social media, bemoaning a brand, bemoaning fellow creators, this, that, and the other. And it's a bad look. Number one, as a creator and a business owner, you have to consider the optics. And you're like, Viper, what is optics? Optics basically means the perception of your actions to other people. People that could potentially patronize your business, or people that might watch your content, or people that might promote you to other people. You have to be mindful of how those people will feel about the actions that you take. So if you're a business owner, a creator online, going off on a brand because they didn't send you a device or something that happened that didn't go your way, you have to think about how that will look to other people that are watching you on social media. You all have heard me say on this podcast before, you are being watched. Every action that you take online is being watched by somebody, whether it be your fans, your friends, your family, your fellow creators, brands. Every action that you take on social media, you have to remember that you are taking that action in a public forum, which means you have all types of eyes on you. You have eyes on you that you don't even realize that are on you when you are doing things in a public forum on social media. If you're posting crazy nonsense on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, the whole world can see you. How many times have we watched TikTok, right? And things like this happen to non-creators. Things like this are happening to everyday people that don't even know better. But how many times have we seen TikTok of people being mean and then their life crumbling down because the internet did not like them being mean, and the internet went out of their way to report these people and their mean actions to their employer, their customer, and different things like that. And these people's lives get upended because of the actions of their actions that have been recorded publicly. There's a recent example out there of a woman that was at a baseball game. She was doing some social media stuff, right? She was recording at the baseball game, just enjoying herself. And there were two females in the background making fun of her and mimicking her and different things like that. Them two girls in the background had no idea what the result of their action would be. But because that woman who was doing the recording posted that to social media with these girls in the background bullying her or making fun of her, the internet, the public went out of their way to identify these girls and report them to their employers and things like that. And it's crazy. Now, whether you feel like that's right or wrong, it happens, and it happens every single day. So if we're talking about stuff that can happen to non-creators that are just out there existing in the world, being privy to these types of action taken by customers out there or people out there on the internet, think about what will happen to a creator who is willingly involving themselves in negative behavior online. Again, when you upload a video to YouTube and you do it over and over again, you are a business owner. Whether you like that word or you don't think you're a business owner, it doesn't matter. The reality of the situation is that you are now running and owning a business. And if you do things online like single out a brand, or if you call out a brand and you're in the wrong, or you're just calling out of the brand out of bad faith, you are negatively impacting your business. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. And this has happened recently. That's why the podcast is happening, because this has happened recently. So this stuff is happening already. As a creator, when you do this stuff online, all the other creators around you are going to look at you like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Why you didn't handle this privately? Like, you couldn't figure out a better solution to handle this than to put this brand on blast. So number one, you are potentially alienating your fellow creators because they might not want to associate themselves with you because of the perception. Remember that word I used earlier? The perception of your actions out there on social media make all of us look bad, because it's not just about you at that point. Your actions make all creators look bad, and now the rest of the creator community potentially might want to alienate themselves from you because of your actions. But number two, the brand reaction. Okay, this is the one thing that creators fail to understand. When you are blasting a brand on social media, it is not just about that brand. There are other brands out there that are watching you. They are looking at you, and they're talking to their PR people and their marketing people, and they're saying to each other, listen, you see what that creator's doing? Avoid that creator at all costs. We do not want to work with that creator in the future. We don't care how big their audience is and what that's going on. But if that creator is willing to bash that brand like that, we do not want to be on the business end of that, working with that creator, and something go wrong and the creator gives us that same treatment. That is what these brands are saying. So while you think you might have an aha moment and you're blasting that one brand, the other brands that you might have a chance to work with in the future are not going to touch you with a 10-foot pole because of how you treated that one brand. Because brands are a lot like creators in that way. If we have a brand let's say as a creator, right? If there's a creator out there that had a brand that mistreated them, that creator is going to let the rest of his creator friends or her creator friends know about this brand that treated them badly. And guess what is going to happen? The rest of the creators will not touch that brand with a 10-foot pole. And if you don't believe me, this very thing happened to a good friend of mine, El Jefe Reviews. A brand treated him badly, and he let the whole creator community know, and I have not seen that brand since. They're gone. They don't even exist anymore. They are not here. Where is that brand at? I can't find them. Where are they? Where are they? They are gone. Because they had one bad interaction with El Jefe, and he let all of us know that brand disappeared off the face of the earth. They are gone. That is what can happen when you don't conduct yourself in an amicable manner with creators. One bad note and your brand is finished. But it works both ways, people. It works both ways. As a creator, if you are being malicious to a brand, if you're being negative to a brand, the brands talk to each other. I know some of y'all find that hard to believe, but a lot of the marketing and PR people from these brands are friends. They talk to each other. I've literally had brands email me about people asking Viper, what do you think about so-and-so and different things like that. So not only do the brands talk to each other, they talk to their creators that they are comfortable with as well. Which is why I tell you guys all the time, make sure you are maintaining positive relationships with your fellow creators, because you never know what brand might be talking about you to other creators, and they are asking the creators their opinion about you as a creator and a person. So again, while you on social media calling out a brand and bashing a brand, the other brands are taking notice and they're not going to touch you. And again, your fellow creators are taking notice of you and they're not going to touch you. And even your audience is looking at you in a certain type of way, like, bro, you could have handled that differently. Listen, we have all had our negative experience with a company or another person. There are just right and wrong ways to handle it. And as a creator, the wrong way to handle it is taking that stuff to social media and just going on a tirade. That is never going to work in your favor as a creator, and that is detrimental to your business. So I would highly advise you all, if you were thinking about doing something like this, or if you've done something like this in the past, rethink how you handle these situations, because this ain't working for you. It's not going to work. It is not going to end up how you think it's going to end up. It is going to be bad for you. Avoid it. Which brings me to the proper way to deal with this stuff. Again, I have been a creator for 5 years on YouTube. And at the very beginning of my creator career, I had a chat with one of my creator friends. Some of y'all might know him. His name is Andrew Edwards. And Andrew Edwards told me that there was this misconception that, or he felt like there was this misconception about creators that work with Apple. He felt like Apple had this reputation out there of them trying to strong arm creators and them getting creators not to say anything bad about their products and services because the Apple PR will blacklist them, this, that, and the other. But what Andrew told me, and true about Apple, and in his experience, it's true for most brands, that it's not that Apple is out to blacklist creators that talk bad about their products and services and all that stuff. What Andrew said is that Apple and most brands, similar to Apple, all they want is fair analysis and constructive criticism. There's a difference between fair and constructive criticism and just blindly bashing a brand with anger in your voice and your eyes, and you're bashing in the brand, not providing any value. Because that's the other thing, right? That's the other thing. If you're going to criticize the brand, as a creator, especially as a reviewer, if you're a reviewer or a tech reviewer, or if you're a reviewer of other things, and it don't even have to be tech. If you are a reviewer and you have something negative to say about a product or service, it's not about just being negative for the sake of being negative. How about you offer that brand some constructive criticism, some value, so they can identify what went wrong with the product or service and they can go back and make it better. And this happened to me and my friend Technically T, who has been a guest on the podcast before. This happened to the both of us, right? So what happened was Spigen, who is a very popular cake company in the tech space, they made a product one year. They made a case. I brought the case. I think T either brought the case or was sent the case, but we both did videos about this particular case, right? And me and Technically T both called out a glaring weakness of the case. On this particular case, there was like some type of a logo or decal on the back that protruded from the actual leather of the case. And because that logo, that decal protruded from the back of the case, it made it difficult to use other accessories with that case. So what did Spigen do? They didn't blacklist Viper. They didn't blacklist Technically T. What they did was they took our criticism to heart. They went back into the lab, and for the next version of the case, they made sure that the logo decal was embroidered into the case so it no longer stuck out. It no longer was protruding from the case. So in the next version, the logo decal was embroidered into the case, so it did not protrude. And the next version of the case, it made it much easier to use accessories with that case. So the next year version of the case was vastly improved because it was easier to use accessories with it because Spigen took our constructive criticism and made the product better for the next year. That is what we are supposed to do as creators. It's not about sucking up to these brands. It's not about trying to stay in their good graces and different things like that. It's about providing value to them. If there's something wrong, letting them know that there's something wrong in such a way that they can go and improve it and make it better for the next time. Because that is how progress is made. Some of you all might have heard me say this before, but if we all agreed all the time and we liked each other and different things like that, progress would never be made because we would be too busy kissing each other behind. It doesn't work. That's not how things get done. That's not how we progress. There has to be disagreement because without disagreement, there can be no progress. So when there is disagreement, there's a chance for progress. So if we are openly discussing our disagreements and doing it in a polite way, that is where the magic happens. So as a creator who does reviews, if you can relay your analysis in such a way that provides constructive criticism and value to the brand, then the brand can take that feedback to their teams and make their product or service better for the next generation of that product or service. That is the way. That is the rub. And again, that brand will look at you a lot better and a lot easier as a creator if you handled it that way, because you provided them value instead of just going online and blasting them to high heaven and just ripping them to shreds, offering them no value. You have created a situation where you called out something that was wrong and you offered them a solution to make it better, thereby providing that brand value. And now that brand sees you in a different light. And now the people that are watching you understand, like, all right, this creator has a level head because they're not just going to bash your brand for no reason. They pointed out something that's wrong, but they also pointed out potential solutions to make that thing that's wrong better so the brand can work on it. There's a saying, right? You catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. Let me repeat that for the people in the back, for all my creators out here. You catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. Think about it. There are a bunch of different ways to do things in the creative space. You can still be critical, but still provide value. I think a big thing that is out there in the creative space today is creators just they feel like they have to be negative because it's more authentic, or they feel like it comes off and being more authentic if they're negative. No. Being negative just for the sake of being negative, trying to maintain some type of authenticity is not the way. You can still be authentic, but be fair and provide criticism to a brand. It's not, again, just wasting negativity just to be wasting negativity. It does not make you more authentic. It makes you toxic, okay? But if you can still provide that negativity or provide that feedback that ultimately gives value to make the thing that you don't agree with better, that in itself is authentic. It's not always about being negative to be negative. You can still provide authenticity and just being fair and honest with the brand. And here's the other thing. Here's the most important thing that I might say in this entire podcast. So I need you to listen to this next part very carefully. Creators, the most important thing that you have to safeguard for and guard against in this game is protecting your audience. Now, you're like, Viper, well, that sounds like, that's of course Viper, duh. But listen to me closely, creators. The most important thing that we have to do is protect our audience. And what I mean by this is don't take your audience for granted and don't put products or services in front of your audience that does not provide them value. There are going to be brands that come at you, they try to work with you, and they want to put absolute garbage, absolute nonsense in front of your audience. Don't do it. Do not do that. Because the moment you lose the trust with your audience, you are done as a creator. It's over with. The most important relationship in this creator game is the one between the creator and their audience, their community. You have to protect your audience like your life depends on it, like your career depends on it, because it literally does. Protect your audience. Don't just take deals just because they'll pay you. I promise you, if you protect your audience, creators, you will get paid, okay? The audience will make sure you get paid. I cannot stress this enough as a creator. If you protect your audience, they will protect you and they will take care of you. I cannot tell you, now this is kind of out there in left field, but I cannot tell you how many times over the past 5 years that my audience people, my people that rock me, have tagged Starbucks because they want Starbucks to work with me in some way, shape, or form. I don't think it's ever going to happen, but just the fact that they know that I genuinely love Starbucks and I'm always talking about Starbucks, there are people out there that want to see me work with Starbucks. Now, again, this is probably never going to happen because it kind of, I guess I should never say never, but I don't think it's going to happen. But just the fact that there are people out there, there are people in my community that would legitimately enjoy seeing an actual working relationship between me and Starbucks because I post about Starbucks and they know I genuinely enjoy Starbucks. So I'm saying this because if you are trying to do a sponsored video and you're doing a sponsored video about something that we can tell that you don't like, you're just doing it for a payday and it doesn't bring your audience any value, your audience will see right through that and they will eat you alive. And that is the reality of the situation. Again, protect your audience at all costs. You got to do it. That is your number one objective as a creator. Protect your audience at all costs. Because if you protect your audience, they will ride for you, they will take care of you, and you will be much better off, and you will have a much longer creator career if you protect your audience. So, in summary here, right? Be careful what you do publicly, creators. Hell, be careful what you do, period. But especially as content creators who, again, regardless if you're trying to build a business or regardless if you're trying to make money or not on YouTube, if you have posted to YouTube more than one time and you're trying to grow a channel, you are in essence a business owner. You better protect your business. You better do things that are going to be in the best interest of your business. Or if my guy Triple H would say, you better do what's best for business. You better do it. Which means you have to be mindful about how you're conducting yourself online. You know, it sucks, but it's the same thing that regular people can get fired from their job for things that they do in their off hours. Because in today's day and age, in today's internet age, we are on the clock 24/7, regardless if we're on company time or not. In today's internet age, we are on the clock 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which means you have to watch what you do and watch the way you act every single second of every single day, so you don't put yourself in a situation where you can get fired on your off time for doing something that you know you shouldn't be doing. So, if you're online, if you are a social media personality, or if you're an online digital creator or whatever, be aware of how you are acting and conducting yourself, because you know, if you jump out of pocket, if you do something that looks bad, it could be bad for your business. It could literally end your creator career. Hopefully, I said something today that resonated with you all. I appreciate you all listening to the podcast. You know your boy Viper will be back next week with another episode of Tube Talk presented by VypLive. Cut. All right, so that is that. So hopefully I said something over the past half an hour that y'all understand or y'all can resonate with. Let me, I would love to highlight your comments, but apparently I don't know why, but they're not showing up in open, but I can read them on YouTube. Renee says, I think VypLive usually cancel people over their French fry preferences. Renee, you crack me up, yo. You crack me up. No, like the funny thing is, I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know who all I heard was that some type of creator was putting the brand on blast. I don't know who the creator is. I don't know why the creator put the brand on blast. But again, this is stuff that happens practically almost every year, especially in tech. Somebody putting somebody on blast, and it's never a good look. So that's why I said on Twitter, this is not talk I have to have like at least once a year, because I like to remind creators that, listen, man, you got to be careful how you conduct yourself online. And again, I work for vidIQ, so I'm especially like tuned into this stuff, right? My whole reason why I took the position that I took at vidIQ is because I want to see creators win. So I can use whatever platform I have to try to relay this message to help creators understand that how you conduct yourself at all times literally impacts your business as a creator. Then I got to say that. I got to say that. So I'm putting it out there. Again, I'm going to turn that talk I just had, I'm turning it into a podcast, which will probably be uploaded on Thursday morning. So that'll be the vidIQ podcast for Thursday morning. But y'all need to be careful out here. Y'all a bunch of creators out here watching me and listening. Y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Anything that we do out here can be used against us. We have got to be careful. And shout out to Destiny FOMO. What's up, Destiny? Good to see you up in here. I see Doug Houston out there. What's up, Doug? How you doing? Who else out here? We got Drew Schaefer. What's up, Drew? Janoson's out there. What's up, man? Jonathan Rash, Ace Rock Tech, Majida Art, Tony Locke. Woo! Sonny Dixon out there. What's up, y'all? Appreciate all y'all dropping it out here, yo. I appreciate that. Who else? Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. Let me keep scrolling up. My man Trenton out there. What's up, Trenton? Hey, Trenton, ain't we supposed to be recording a podcast at some point? Let me know, Trenton. I know we overdue, bro. We overdue for our next podcast, so let me know. Who else out here? We got Dave, and man, people, what's up, Dave? How you doing, sir? My man, the tech preacher, Easy Computer Solutions. What's up, Eric? How you doing? Jonathan Rash out there. What's up? How you doing? All right, I say hello, Renee Ritchie. What's up? Appreciate Renee dropping in. We got Sima Sky. What's up? Sima, I think it's SMA or Sima. I don't know how to pronounce it, but what's up? Zach, what's up? Zach Talk Tech. I don't know if he's still here, but what's up? Tech for your needs out there. What's up, bro? Doug Houston, I said what's up to him. Who else out here? I think I hear everybody. I think Home Rapper Repair. What's up? How you doing? Cool Gamer, Sheep Play, Snowman Can. Oh, got all the heavy hitters out here. Appreciate all y'all dropping in, man. Appreciate all y'all dropping in. But yeah, I really, like I said, I'm trying to look out for y'all, man. We got Tish out there. Hey Tish, how you doing? What's going on? But I appreciate all of y'all that tune in and listen to me. You know, again, I know I don't have the biggest platform, I don't have the biggest sub count or whatever, but you know, the fact that I have a lot of heavy hitters that listen to me and they rock with me, and when I say something, it tends to like make waves. So I'm putting this out there for everybody. Like, we got to be careful. We got to protect ourselves. Barry Johnson, what's up, bro? How you doing? Jay Boogie, I see you out there. But you got to protect your business. Again, I don't care why you're on YouTube. You could be on YouTube as a hobby, or you could be a full-time creator on YouTube. Guess what? The moment you upload that video, that first video, You are now a business owner, whether you like it or not. Roberto Blake says it perfectly, right? He says that sometimes creators, they start a YouTube channel and they accidentally become entrepreneurs. And that's true though. You start a YouTube channel, but you don't really think about it. But then you become an entrepreneur because now you are building a business. So I don't care what your why is. I don't care how you got here. If you are listening to me and you're a creator, guess what? You are now a business owner. Shout out to Zach for the super chat. Again, I can't highlight it. I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell going on with my opens here, but appreciate Zach. Oh, and Frankie. I like Frankie. I like Frankie, man, but Frankie, sometimes he gets a little high-headed, yo. He gets a little high-headed. I don't know. Somebody tell Frankie you got to calm down, bro. Like, Frankie is good people, but Frankie need to calm down, man. He need to calm down, bro. Like, again, because when you do stuff like that, you only make yourself look bad. Like, that's going to make Frankie look bad, and it's not going to hurt anybody but Frankie. Like, and Frankie is too good. He's been doing it for too long to be doing that stuff. He knows better. Frankie, you know better. If you listen to Frankie, you know better. Stop that. You know better, Frankie. You know better. But yeah, we got to be careful. We have got to be careful because, man, it is any little thing that we do out here can end your career if you do it the wrong way or say it to the wrong person. End your career. Like I said, when that thing happened to El Jefe 3 years ago, that brand is done. I have not seen that brand anywhere since because of one wrong email. And El Jefe put it out there and that brand got done. It ended that brand's career. So if brand can be ended, it is much, much easier for a creative career to be ended by doing the wrong thing. So just be careful out there, y'all. What's up, Josh? How you doing, man? Appreciate you being here. My man, Josh Zepka. What's going on, my dude? Destiny said 100% YouTube changed my entire life before I even realized what was happening. Yep. That's how it works. That's how it works, Destiny. You're on here making videos, just thinking about making videos, and the next minute you are a whole ass business because that is how YouTube works. Zach said that the brand renamed. Well, I mean, you could try to rename, but I don't think that's gonna help them, bro. The people that know, they know. Again, that's the other thing. Viewers are very intelligent these days, right? You could try to rename, but that's not gonna. We know what's going on. That ain't gonna work. I don't think that's gonna help. Sonny said that Frankie will be canceled. I don't know if he'll be canceled, but again, I didn't see the whole rant, so I don't know the whole ins and outs of it. But it doesn't look good for Frankie. It's not gonna be good for him. It's just not because nothing good comes from that. And again, the other thing about not getting a device, I think the whole thing was about him not getting a device. Like, bro, like the next time that Apple sends me a device will be the first time. Okay, I'm not gonna blast Apple because they don't send me a device. All right, Samsung. The next time Samsung sends me the device, it will be the first time ever Samsung sends me a device. There's a lot of people that don't get sent devices. So what? Either you could cover, if you want to cover it, buy it. Like, there's a whole bunch of brands that don't send us stuff. There's a whole load of brands that don't send Viper anything. I've been doing this for 5 years and I've only been invited to one tech event ever, yo. I'm not gonna like bash these brands because they don't invite Viper to tech events. It's a business. It is business 101. That's the other thing that I feel like creators kind of mess around and mess up. Business. You don't take business personally. It's not personal. It's business. Samsung is not going to send Viper a phone because Viper does not have a very big following. Well, according to the metrics anyway, we won't talk about that. I won't get into that. But Samsung will not send Viper a phone because Viper does not have 100,000 subscribers. Now I know that people get devices sent by with less of a following than that. But in general, until I reach a certain follower plateau or follower height, Samsung will not send me a device. They're just not going to do that. Apple is not going to send me an iPhone because I don't have a big following. I understand that. I'm not mad at Samsung. I'm not mad at Apple. I understand that it is a business. They send those devices to the people with the biggest followings because they want those big audiences. They want their products in front of as many eyes as possible. And sending Viper a device is not going to put their product in front of that many eyes. It's just not. I can readily admit that. You send me a product, it'll get a few hundred views, but is it going to get the traction that you want as a big time brand? Probably not. But I'm not going to take that personally. I'm just going to roll out and do what I do. But there are still ways to do different things as a creator, even though your follower count is not the biggest. Again, I've been sent devices by Google. I have been sent a device by LG, and these are some of the biggest brands in the world. So it's not always about your follower count or sub count. You have to know how to network. And that's a whole nother podcast for another day. Well, that'll probably be my next solo podcast talking about all about networking. But if you know how to network properly as a creator, you can get your foot in a lot of doors that other creators might not get themselves. And there are creators out here, even though I'm not a big creator, there are opportunities that have been afforded me because of the way I network that might not be afforded to creators that are bigger than me. It's just not, because I know how to talk to people and I know how to network. And I can network myself into some pretty interesting opportunities. And I have networked myself into some pretty interesting opportunities that bigger creators just have not done. So it goes both ways. I know that I'm hindered by my follower count, but I also know that I am who I am. And because who I am, I have opportunities that are presented to me that are not presented to other creators that are bigger than me or smaller than me or whatever, because of who I am and what I've done over the past 5 years. It is what it is. But as a creator, you have to learn how to navigate this stuff. Again, it's all a part about being a business owner. If Viper can't get a device sent to him, then how does Viper make an impact on the space without getting a device sent to him? Well, I can network and try to find somebody who might send me a device, or I can go buy the device myself and still do content about it anyway. There are ways, there are levels to this, and there are ways to get it done. It doesn't always have to be about a brand sending you something. That's a luxury. That is not a guarantee. It is a luxury. When a brand sends you something, it is a luxury. Also, it's more work. Every time a brand sends me something, I'm just like, you know what? When I first started, I'm like, man, yay, brand sending me stuff. I'll get outside. Now I'd be like, damn, it's work, yo. When a brand sends me something, it's work to me now. Like, damn, it's work. I got work to do, yo. But that's just the reality, yo. That's real. So Zach said he got Samsung to send him an S23 Ultra. That's cool. See? But Zach, you got to send that phone because you probably networked yourself into that situation, right? Again, Zach also doesn't have the biggest following in the world, but he still got an S23 Ultra sent to him because he can talk to people. You know what? Listen, man. Let me tell y'all something. The one thing that I didn't mention in the podcast that I wish I would have mentioned, but the one thing that we don't mention enough as creators is being genuine, good human beings, man. Being a genuine, good human being can take you a long way in life, whether you are a creator or not. If you are a solid, genuine human being, people will literally go out of their way to make sure that you are taken care of. I am living proof of this. And I know some of y'all in the chat understand where I'm coming from. If you are a solid, good human being and people know that you are a good human being, good things will happen to you. Good things will come your way because people will make sure that you get taken care of. That is just the reality of the situation. It has nothing to do with your follower count. It has nothing to do with how long you've been a creator. None of that metrical stuff. None of that metric stuff. Being a good human being costs you nothing, but it can get you everywhere. So hopefully y'all understand that being a good human being can take you very far, especially in the creator space. If you are a good human being and people know you're good, people will rock with you. I get asked, I don't get asked much anymore, but I used to get asked a lot, Viper, how did you get Marquez on your live stream? How did you get Justine on your live stream? How did you get so-and-so on your live stream, your podcast? Because I'm a good human being. It's not the sexy answer, but it's the truth. Because when I have a Marquez or I have a Justine or somebody on my podcast or my live stream, I'm genuinely just trying to have a positive conversation with them. I'm not trying to have a gotcha moment. I'm not trying to put them in no trip bag. I'm trying to get them relaxed so they can have a good conversation with me about the industry, about being a creator, this, that, and the other. It's one of the reasons why I got the job that I have today. I'm an employee and the head of social media at vidIQ because I'm a good human being. And vidIQ noticed that I was providing gyms and stuff in Clubhouse, and they wanted to bring me on because they knew that, people respect what I do out here. Again, I don't have the biggest following, but I will tell you guys, I've told you before that even though I don't have the biggest following, I am still one of the biggest names in our industry in YouTube, in the tech space, just because of the way I talk to people and how I put myself out there. It has very little to do with my sub count and everything to do with how I move. I can say that I am one of the biggest names in tech YouTube and have been for 5 years. And just because what I've done. Nothing to do with sub count, just who I am and what I've done in the space. And people respect that. And it's afforded me so many opportunities. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just letting you all know that I think a lot of people, sometimes myself included, a lot of us look at sub count, we look at metrics, but the game is changing and it changes every day. And the way the game is changing, it is about much more than your metrics. We are whole human beings out here. And I think viewers and the audiences and the brands are starting to realize that we are whole human beings. And there's much more to you as a creator than your metrics. If you got the highest metrics, but you're a shitty human being, guess what? You're not going to get very far. You can have 1 million subscribers, but if you're a crappy human being, nobody's going to want to touch you. So you have to understand there are levels to this. But at the base, at its core, if you are a positive, good human being, people will take care of you. They will ride with you. They will ride for you because they don't want to see anybody mess with you. Now, obviously, it would be nice to be both a high metric guy or girl and a human being, aka Keith Lee. Keith Lee is a damn unicorn, bro. Keith Lee is a unicorn. Now, y'all see how people ride for Keith Lee. Now, he's one of the rare cases where like he has a large following and he's a quality human being. But you don't have to have Keith Lee's follower count to make traction in the creator space. You don't. Again, I've been doing it for 5 years and I'm still here. Roberto says that the average life of a creator is 3 to 5 years. Well, I'm at the high end. I'm still getting started, bro. So I'm on the 5-year market. I'm just beginning. So I plan on being here for a while. But if you're a good human being, you can make your own way. So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. I appreciate y'all dropping in here. Majida, I appreciate the love. Thank you for that. I appreciate all of y'all listening. Again, I'm going to turn this episode to a podcast. I'm going to have to get this out to my editor. I have to chop this up a little bit and get it out to him, and we'll go ahead and we'll make that do what it do. But yeah, again, like I said, hopefully I said something tonight that resonated with you all and y'all understand how better this stuff works. But just be a quality human being and let the rest take care of itself. But y'all go out there and be kind, be safe, and I will catch you guys on the social medias.